Welcome to the Ultimate Police Pursuit Countdown. These are the top 10 wildest high-speed chases, captured live from dash cams and body cams. One wrong move can change everything. Let's jump straight into the action.
July 5th, 2021, in Chatham County, Georgia, was just another summer afternoon until a silver Dodge Ram with a stolen tag turned the quiet roads into a powder keg. Savannah police were already trailing behind as the truck weaved dangerously through traffic, and every motorist nearby suddenly became an unwilling part of the drama. One driver even had to swerve clear off the road just to avoid disaster. That was the moment Georgia State Patrol knew this wasn't just another traffic stop. It was about to escalate.
Coming up on the 155, he's all over the road, trying to set up a pit again. Tried to pit a second time, unsuccessful.
It was on a stretch of interstate where everything came to a head. The Dodge Ram lost its rhythm, and in a split second, the run that had seemed untouchable finally unraveled in dramatic fashion.
We can try to pit a third time, take successful. Roll on.
When the dust cleared, the driver was identified as 32-year-old Quadramel T. Williams. His passengers were pulled from the wreck and treated at the hospital while he was cuffed and sent to jail. To make matters worse, he showed signs of impairment, yet refused a blood test. In the end, his gamble with a stolen truck and reckless driving didn't just cost him his freedom, it nearly cost innocent lives. It was Tuesday, February 21st, 2023, when a black Dodge Charger decided to make Interstate 40 its personal racetrack. Conway police were the first to respond, but it didn't take long for the Arkansas State Police to step in. As the chase headed toward Crystal Hill, one trooper took the lead, but just as things were heating up, unexpected technical issues threw a wrench in the game plan. That moment marked a shift, and with speeds climbing and risks multiplying, the pressure was on to take control fast.
There's 40 east. 140, 152. 40 east, 152. Speed 90, we're on the left shoulder now. Speed 90, left shoulder. Back Avenue, speeds 112. Press the brake, JFK, speeds 1.
Just when it looked like things couldn't escalate further, the pursuit veered into a stretch of road where strategy met opportunity. A calculated move brought the wild ride to a stop, but not in the way the driver hoped. Once the vehicle was disabled, the driver, later identified as Corey Simmons, bolted on foot, likely thinking he could outpace the law one last time. That sprint didn't last long. A brief struggle followed, ending only after a single well-placed strike convinced Simmons to give up the fight. After being checked by paramedics and cleared medically, he was hauled back to Faulkner County. Let this be a reminder: no amount of horsepower can outrun a bad decision. On a cool October day in 2022, the streets of Arkansas carried an unusual tension. A Dodge Challenger with expired tags seemed harmless enough to most, but not to the officers watching closely. With the FBI partnering alongside Arkansas State Police, the suspicion around this car was far more than what a simple tag violation would suggest. The driver had no idea that the weight of two agencies was about to fall squarely on his shoulders. The driver's bad gamble ended with cuffs instead of freedom. Possible charges stacked up quickly: felony fleeing, reckless driving, expired registration, and obstructing law enforcement. With the FBI looking over the case, federal charges weren't off the table either. In the end, that flashy Challenger didn't just lose the chase, it lost its driver to a jail cell. On August 29, 2022, around mid-afternoon, Glendale police officers in Wisconsin located a stolen Volkswagen linked to...
Northbound Port, it's going to go east on Marne, it's losing it. East on Marne, it's got no tire, east on Marne past Iroquois,
Coming up to Lydell, slowing down here. We're going to go southbound on Lydell now. Here in the 4800 block of Lydell, still going, coming up to Hampton.
68.
Yep, we're southbound.
716, we're going to mutual aid from White Bay Sherwood. On the way, we'll be at Capital.
Alright, still, here comes the pit, and off-road into the park, and they're going to be bailing here.
One 14-184, are we doing mutual aid?
Right there. Alright, we're still northbound on the sidewalk in front of the park here. Hit a pole. We're going to be coming out onto Hampton. Squads coming out onto Hampton.
Still northbound. Still northbound. We're going to come out onto Hampton. 768 is losing a lot of it. Still southbound.
That pole.
768, crash, Hampton and...
The chase ended when officers skillfully performed a controlled maneuver, bringing the vehicle to a stop. 4 suspects, 2 women, and 2 teens, all from Milwaukee, were taken into custody. Charges for reckless endangerment and fleeing law enforcement were forwarded to the district attorney for review. On August 28, 2022, a series of frantic 911 calls poured in from drivers along Interstate 25 in New Mexico, reporting a silver van driving erratically, tailgating, and attempting to run other vehicles off the road. State police quickly mobilized as the suspect continued north at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, covering more than 70 miles between Las Vegas and Springer.
By traffic coming up to the 24 at 100 miles per hour. For 6, any updates on how the vehicle is behaving? Is he still in the right lane?
Yeah, we're still in the right lane, about 95 miles an hour, light traffic.
Vehicle's still in the right lane, proceeding at 95 miles per hour, light traffic.
vehicle just slammed its brakes, now going head-on with traffic. Almost hit a vehicle head-on. He slammed brakes, almost hit him from behind. And this is between 24 and 25. Oh, there's a vehicle in front of us that he's passing right now.
33 at 110 miles per hour vehicle. The vehicle currently passing the vehicle that was in front of unit.
That's Sarge again. He's going still head-on with traffic in that lane. Can we pit at this time?
Break, tax 8.
Go ahead.
246 was advising if they could pit at this time.
So based on this individual's behavior and his driving, attempting to put other traveling motorists at risk, I believe it's going to be safe to do so. Go ahead and it is authorized.
Right, all units, tax 8 authorized pit due to endangering the public. Go ahead with the pit for tax 8.
Vehicle pit, vehicle rolled over.
Vehicle pit, vehicle rolled over.
22 the last time you
Let me see your hands right now! Get out of the car right now!
The pursuit finally ended near Highway 56 after officers executed a tactical stop. The driver, identified as 31-year-old Harrison from Indiana, was taken into custody after nearly causing several head-on collisions. During questioning, he told troopers he believed government agents had been following him across multiple states. He was transported for evaluation and later booked on charges including reckless driving and felony fleeing. Some people treat traffic laws like suggestions. On March 18, 2024, one driver in a white Dodge Challenger decided 96 miles per hour sounded better than 65, and that stop signs were just decorative. He could have pulled over when the lights came on behind him. Instead, he did what every trooper hates to see: he floored it. That choice kicked off a chase that left behind roads, fences, and any sense of common sense.
Middle lane.
10-4 middle lane.
I don't think I got it yet. That's 66 county line.
Yeah, for units on 31, 56 county line, 56 county line. Here, 4190. Sumter County 51, you want them to today, number 31.
After blowing through a red light and ignoring a stop sign, the Challenger stormed onto the interstate like it owned the highway. But near the county road, 484 exit troopers had a plan waiting. Stop sticks were laid down, and when the car hit them, that rear tire didn't stand a chance.
10-4, 4266 at county line, they're going to...
Alright, we do have a hit on the stop sticks.
You clear?
Alright, we're still going a little too fast to pit. Rear driver's side's going out.
10-4, rear driver's side going out.
49 points.
Zero 4190, do you want Sumter to continue or between?
As the Challenger started to fishtail, the driver tried to hold it together. But with the pavement ending and the open field calling, he took a sharp, desperate turn and found out the grass isn't always greener.
I'm right here with you. Good. Come on. Single 4.
10-4, single 4, Jason, 33.
Yeah, 4, if I can get a chance to bid, I'm going to tell you.
Stand by. Signal 4.
10-4, 6.
driver, later identified as Kamari Stokes, was finally taken into custody after that wild detour ended the way most of them do badly. His passenger, Brandell Crossley, claimed he woke up mid-chase and tried to surrender from the window. Deputies also found marijuana tucked between the seat and center console. With no valid license and a growing list of charges, Kamari's attempt to outrun the law just earned him a longer stay behind bars. On May 20th, 2023, a black GMC Sierra rolled past troopers on U.S. Highway 67, but this wasn't just any driver. Behind the wheel was Christopher Monroe, a man already wanted on drug trafficking charges and a fresh warrant out of Texas for running from the law. To make matters worse, he had fled from Arkansas State Police twice earlier that very month. This time, the troopers weren't going to let him vanish into traffic again.
Looks like we're going to be going south on him, okay. Sorry, I got cut off. I'm trying to catch back up.
Eastbound Roosevelt. Eastbound Roosevelt.
Eastbound Roosevelt.
Got a pig, got a rollover.
Hit and roll over.
The aftermath painted a clear picture: a mobile drug operation carrying fentanyl, cocaine, meth, heroin, and more, backed by a firearm and cash. Monroe was booked on a mountain of charges, from trafficking narcotics to aggravated assault on law enforcement. For all his reckless attempts to escape, the truth was waiting at the end of the road, and it was impossible to outrun. You'd think doing 90 in a 60 would already be risky enough, but on October 3rd, 2024, one driver in Craighead County looked at that number and said, "Let's crank it to 130. Trooper Todd Harris clocked the tan SUV and tried to make a stop, but instead of pulling over, the driver pushed the pedal and reality to its limits. What should have been a routine stop morphed into a highway thriller with sirens, strategy, and serious consequences.
Around SUV.
Went around some bikes, so we didn't know oncoming traffic. Coming up on here near Nestle. We go through here in a second.
Yep. An Equinox.
Look up behind you, he's swerving towards you.
Just when things looked like they might cool down near Lake City, a new face picked up the pursuit. Trooper Drum stepped in with a plan of his own, and what came next would leave a lasting mark on the roadside and on his patrol car.
Driving in oncoming traffic. TBI, TBI.
In the end, nobody walked away clean. Trooper Drum was treated for facial injuries, and Rashun Gary's quick getaway landed him right in a detention cell. His charges now include felony fleeing and second-degree battery, with a judge calling him a danger to the public. Some people run from responsibility. Gary ran from the law, and the law ran right through him. At about 2 p.m. on June 29, 2023, deputies in Charles County, Maryland were dispatched to Acton Lane in Waldorf. A woman was under attack in a parking lot, the incident appearing to be a carjacking in progress. What began as a sudden burst of violence in a quiet corner quickly escalated, spilling onto city streets and forcing deputies into a pursuit they knew could turn deadly.
Southbound School 5. Southbound School 5, number 1 lane, speed of 75. No traffic. 759, no 1050. Accident 1050.
The escape ended in disaster when the suspect veered into oncoming traffic and slammed into a trailer truck. The impact was fatal, reducing his desperate attempt to a wreck of twisted metal and smoke. For law enforcement, it was a stark reminder that the fallout of crime doesn't stay contained. It can travel with a fleeing suspect and leave devastation across an entire highway. In the thick of Miami-Dade and Broward County traffic, most drivers had no idea the black Mercedes SUV beside them was carrying far more than groceries. On January 13, 2025, that vehicle carried a wanted felon, multiple felony warrants, and a decision that would put countless lives in danger. When Florida Highway Patrol troopers moved in, the driver showed his answer he wasn't stopping for anyone.
Hey, I got it. Light it up, light it up, light it up. To the other side, to the other side, pin him to the other side. Be careful, hey, be careful. Careful.
If there's any additional units in the area by 95 and Sunrise, respond now.
The pursuit ended with 3 suspects in custody thanks to the teamwork of Florida Highway Patrol and the Broward Sheriff's Office. Inside their vehicle, investigators found 3 firearms tools of chaos that never made it to their intended purpose. After a hospital visit, the suspects were escorted to Broward County Jail, where felony charges awaited them. On September 15, 2022, around 2 in the afternoon, Arkansas State Police units were called in to assist with a pursuit involving a pickup truck whose driver had made multiple online threats toward officials, including the state governor. With danger high and uncertainty rising, troopers positioned themselves strategically to bring the situation under control.
We're out, that's 156, 107. That's 156, 107.
Hit him. 71 Little Rock, passing the 156, 107.
That's 156, 107.
Pit, pit, pit. Do not rush that car. Do not rush that car. 40, get out of your car. Let's see your hands! Let me see your hands!
As the pursuit concluded, the suspect's truck and the trooper's vehicle became entangled during the intervention, sending both out of control. Despite the chaos, no one was seriously hurt. The driver was taken into custody and transported for evaluation, facing numerous charges tied to terroristic threats, fleeing, and endangering public safety. Troopers later said the swift action prevented a potentially catastrophic event. On August 22, 2024, a Be on the Lookout alert echoed across Seminole County, Florida. The target, a burglary suspect behind the wheel of a fleeing sedan. Troopers with the Florida Highway Patrol quickly fanned out, scanning interstates and exits. What started as a cautious follow turned into chaos as the driver pushed over 100 miles per hour, weaving through traffic like a man with nothing to lose.
Got around a vehicle.
I copy that. You're 1031. Did you say that rammed into a vehicle?
Yeah, attempted to ram a Hummer.
If you can update your 1020 with me, it looks like you're passing the 90 with it. Was it Shader Road? Copy, pit maneuver.
The chase ended after a tense standoff in a crowded parking lot where officers boxed in the suspect before he could bolt again. The driver, Johnny Jabbar Talton, was charged with hit-and-run reckless driving and 2 counts of aggravated fleeing and eluding. His desperate attempt to escape only stacked his record higher and proved once again Florida troopers don't back off when the public's in danger. August 16, 2019, a morning commute in Wisconsin turns into a highway horror show. Drivers on Interstate 41 watched in disbelief as a pickup truck came barreling toward them in the wrong direction. At the wheel was Jonathan Tees, a man so impaired and reckless that deputies could only hope to stop him before someone died.
Out of 43 and 54. Copy. Up to be. You're coming up to me, Victor. If you can slow it down right here, you can try to spin. (172) to 483 north. Copy 172 to 43 north.
Tees was eventually captured after crashing through traffic and running into a nearby business. Deputies had to deploy a taser to subdue him. He faced a long list of charges, including 2 counts of second-degree recklessly endangering safety, fleeing an officer, and resisting or obstructing an officer. Investigators later confirmed he was under the influence of drugs. For those who saw that truck coming head-on, it's a miracle the day didn't end in tragedy. On the night of July 19, 2023, a Michigan State Police trooper pulled over what looked like just another red Kia in Niles. Behind the wheel was 32-year-old Joshua Ringel of South Bend, and at first it seemed like a standard traffic stop for a busted brake lamp. But when the trooper discovered Ringel had an active warrant for assault, the tension spiked. Within moments, a routine stop twisted into a violent struggle that would spill across state lines.
Testing now, over.
Come in.
Coming up to West Madison.
Coming up to West Madison.
Ringel's flight ended near the St. Joseph River, where he was found dead at the base of an embankment. The female passenger was released unharmed, and a trooper who crashed while giving chase survived with minor injuries. For law enforcement, it was another night of danger layered on top of routine proof that what starts with a simple traffic stop can spiral into a deadly showdown in the blink of an eye. October 27, 2022, a red Ford Mustang caught the eye of a Greene County deputy for its missing lights. What seemed like a simple traffic violation quickly escalated when the driver hit the gas and disappeared into the darkness. As the radio chatter intensified, the chase sped through rural highways, gravel back roads, and blind curves where one mistake could have turned catastrophic.
10-4, 46. Red Mustang, 34.
You're talking.
16, eastbound 34, 46 gonna be in the lead.
620, passing. I can't talk right now, too, Kirby Johnson.
Jeffrey, I think they went northbound.
Turn down to where this county road is. 507. Turn on 507.
507, Cairo 507, dispatch notify Marmaduke.
10-4, 507 eastbound.
They cut out the initial pursuit. Sheriff, he well got pursuit, but they shut it down. He's 105, 35 more. Drum picked the pursuit back up. Market intersection,
10-4, eastbound 516. Eastbound 516.
Hey, you better show me your hands! You better show me your hands! Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up! Roll down that window! Roll down that...
Deputies discovered the driver was a juvenile who had escaped from a Memphis hospital after an earlier crime. He now faces a long list of charges. Inside the stolen Mustang, officers also found airsoft pistols and a ski mask, a chilling glimpse into the young suspect's troubled path. It was late in the evening on June 22, 2024, when Trooper Wright wrapped up a traffic stop along Interstate 40, only to hear the chaos unfold over the radio. West Memphis officers were in hot pursuit of a gray Dodge Caravan flying eastbound, its Mississippi tags flashing by at triple-digit speeds. Within seconds, Wright slammed on his lights, joined the chase, and the quiet Arkansas night turned into a blur of sirens and danger.
They haven't given out a color.
Alright, I'll be with them. D23 on primary.
TBI. Yeah, go ahead.
The driver was identified as Theon Rashad Loveberry, who miraculously survived after falling out of his own vehicle while it was still traveling over 70 miles per hour. He was transported to Regional 1 Hospital for treatment before being booked on multiple charges, including fleeing in a motor vehicle, reckless driving, and resisting arrest. Sometimes the pavement teaches lessons no courtroom ever could. On July 12, 2025, a stolen Dodge Charger driven by teenagers came onto the radar of CHP units patrolling the 110 freeway. LAPD's helicopter tracked the car from above as officers on the ground attempted a traffic stop. The driver refused to yield, immediately pushing the situation into a fast-moving pursuit across Los Angeles.
LA 15, exit Indigo. Speeds of over 70.
Over 1,000.
Stop!
confirm you're going to be 97 with it?
LA 15, 5 jets affirm. Making a left onto Figueroa.
15, 5, you're going to come with it, left on Figueroa. That's what you just...
LA 15, 5 2, just ran through a red. Light traffic.
15, 5, 2, red, so, sorry.
Yep, entry off. Entry off.
Southbound 110.
That's entry from the 110.
Exiting.
6 southbound on Grand from Century.
Entry southbound ground from Century.
Southbound Grand coming for 108.
Clear left.
Entry
Yeah,
southbound
clear lanes
ground
for me,
from
okay?
108.
Clear lanes for me.
4 speeds of traffic.
4 speeds in traffic.
60 miles per hour, light traffic. Approaching 100 length. 60 miles per hour. Approaching 111.
Go with the speed of the first 111.
CHP officers brought the chase to a close with a pit maneuver at Grand Avenue and 111th Place. Both teenagers were arrested without further incident, and a loaded Glock 48 was found in the car later that night. The driver now faces charges including taking a vehicle without consent, evasion with wanton disregard, and more. On the night of November 24th, 2023, Trooper Blaine Lucas spotted a green Dodge Challenger that did not look right. Its temporary license plate was nearly impossible to read, and the way it rode up close behind another car raised every red flag. When the Challenger finally pulled to the shoulder, it seemed like the stop would be routine. But in moments like these, a trooper knows to never get too comfortable, because sometimes the calmest scenes are the ones about to explode. In the end, the Challenger disappeared into the night, while Lucas was left shaken, but safe enough to walk away after medical evaluation. His cruiser, however, was not as fortunate. This case is a reminder that in high-speed pursuits, the line between control and catastrophe is razor thin, and sometimes even the enforcers of the law are forced to pay that price. Just after noon on April 6, 2023, a routine patrol along Interstate 40 took a sudden turn. A trooper noticed a white Chevrolet Cruze clinging dangerously close to another vehicle and holding up traffic in the fast lane. A flick of the emergency lights should have been the end of it. Instead, it was the spark that set off a high-stakes chase. The driver, identified as 23-year-old Davian Richards, tried to make a run for it, but was quickly tackled with help from Mayflower Police. His passenger, Paul Humphrey, was treated for minor injuries before being transported to a hospital. The real shock came when officers searched the vehicle, uncovering about 150 suspected fentanyl pills. Richards now faces trafficking charges, felony fleeing, and more. One reckless decision to avoid a traffic stop turned into a case that left no doubt running from the law is never a winning strategy. Some mornings, trouble announces itself in the smallest ways. On May 18, 2022, Trooper Walker spotted a silver Toyota Camry merging onto Interstate 630. The driver, Marcus Scott, had skipped the simplest step before hitting the gas, buckling his seatbelt. Riding alongside was Dior Cox, unaware that this overlooked detail would be the trigger for a deadly chain of events.
10-4.
Light traffic coming up through the construction area.
Copy the construction.
Passenger sides, space 110.
Passenger side to 110.
Just wrecked out. Start at 1016.
10-4, north interchange.
Yeah, 10-4. It's a rollover.
When the crash came to rest, Marcus Scott's journey ended in tragedy. Dior Cox survived, only to be cuffed after police found marijuana on him, and even more drugs, scales, and firearms inside the car. His charges eventually shrank to probation through a plea deal, but the image of that Camry sprawled on its side remained the sharper verdict. A simple seatbelt click might have rewritten the ending.
Yeah, so I mean, that's why you're being arrested. The state of that home that the children were in, it rises to the level of criminality. I mean, the kids shouldn't have to suffer. All right. There's going to be a prisoner wagon that's going to come. They're going to take you to the county. They'll book you in. You'll be arraigned tomorrow. That's where they're set bail and everything like that.
Supposed to see the kids tomorrow.
The 21st of December, 2023, Summit County, Ohio. 6 children removed from a hazardous residence following a child welfare investigation. Approximately 1 month later, both parents arrested on 6 counts under Ohio Revised Code Section 2919.22.
What's that? No, you're good.
Come on. I can't come inside, so you need to bring the kids to the door.
Guys, come here.
I need you to get their coats, get their dress in their coats.
Maybe put that dog up first so he doesn't run outside, dear.
Come here.
Come. I need you to, you smell in the side. Come. You need to come this way.
Come on, buddy.
Zip up your coat. Come. Let me zip up. You have to go to the hospital. I have to take all of y'all to the hospital.
Just gotta get you guys checked out. Make sure everybody's okay.
I should, but they told me that the warden says it's not safe for us to go inside. Because my supervisor got sick yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to go in to see the animals, so I can get...
Heck him. These are the paperwork. Court is tomorrow. Come on, Louie. I need you to come and help get the children in the car, Kim.
Okay.
Where's the baby? I need the baby to be...
She's in the bedroom.
I need you to get a winter suit thing on her.
You don't have a mask or anything, do you?
I do. I'm going to get you one.
Thank you.
I'm going to get one.
Yep. Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Where's your other child at, dear?
This is him.
Okay, this is it. He's
I only have 6 children.
only 6. All right. Yep. 1, 2, 3.
And you guys are doing this while their dad's not here. Again.
Okay. Come on out, buddy.
Sister's bottle, please.
3 children and I'll take
So I gotta,
Hey, do you still need me over here, dear?
No, I mean, you're alright. She's fine.
Okay.
I'm alright.
All right. I'm gonna head out then. Yeah, she's in here. Tiger Police! Come to the front door! How you doing, dear?
Hi.
What's your name?
Kimberly?
Kimberly, is your husband home? Michael?
No, he's at work still.
Okay. Kimberly, go ahead and step out for me. Okay. You're currently under arrest.
What do I do?
Don't stick your head in the pocket. You have a warrant out for your arrest.
For what?
For child endangerment. Put your hands together. So So Michael's not in the house?
No, at work.
Okay, you don't care if we check the house, make sure Michael's not in there?
My mother-in-law's here.
That's fine. We'll call her out beforehand. Let's call line up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, 16, you can come to the front door. Hey, ma'am, what room is your mother?
She's in the back bedroom.
Okay.
Put you in a car over here real quick, dear. We'll get you some shoes. Stop reaching. What is in your pocket?
My vape. I was gonna put it down, but
Do you have anything illegal on you? I'm gonna find in this search.
no. I haven't done anything illegal in a while.
You have anything in your pockets?
No.
Take a seat back here. Where does Michael work at?
He works at
Where?
Drive.
Drive. Okay. Alright, dear. I'll be right back with you.
He's at work.
Okay, perfect.
Westlake's on the phone with him right now.
She got a... Hello,
Yeah, we'll be
Michael?
right back. Stop.
Hey, where are you at, sir?
Just double check. I'm coming back.
Okay, and you're coming back home?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you, sir. We have a warrant for you and your wife's arrest.
What?
Yes, for child endangering. So it would behoove you very much to cooperate.
Okay.
Okay, are you going to come back over here to Sylvan? Is that way you can leave the car here?
Yeah, I'm gonna need picked up.
Picked up from where?
Drive.
Drive?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the address on the drive? How long will it be till you get there?
25, half hour.
25 minutes to a half hour?
What's his phone number?
What's your phone number, sir? All right, thank you, sir. We will probably have an officer meet you there to transport you to the Summit County Jail. We appreciate your cooperation.
Can I ask you a quick question real quick?
Absolutely, sir. What's going on?
Why do we have a warrant for our arrest?
For 6 counts of child endangering.
Okay. We've
Yeah.
been going through the CSB case for about, since the beginning of January, to the end of December.
Right. Well, the
Why-
Children's
why is it
Services
happening
case
now?
is completely separate from the criminal investigation.
Huh?
I said the Children's Services case is completely separate from the criminal investigation. I'm gonna grab her a pair of shoes. You don't got them.
Yeah. You got lights on?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I'll grab the pair of shoes. Just remember that's
trust
nasty.
me. You haven't gone in.
Oh,
Just let him grab the pair of shoes.
Hey, he's not
Alright, I guess I'll see you guys at the shop. Let me call my boss, let me know what's going on.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
What's her name? Caitlin?
Kimberly.
Kimberly, I apologize.
Where's a pair of shoes for her, dear?
What's happening?
She's gonna be going to the jail, unfortunately.
What?
Yeah, it's still bad.
Nope, that's not it. I'm saying you made a mistake.
So walked in there? Yeah, I know. It's still bad.
The roaches didn't hide.
Yeah. It ain't that big of a deal. She'll be out tomorrow.
Yeah, she'll be arraigned. She'll have her day in court, dear.
No reason to get all worked up over it. She'll literally be out tomorrow.
Oh, God. Seeping out in the air.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a stronger man than I.
I searched the freaking wallet right here.
Let me see if I can slip these shoes on her. Oh, no, you good. You good.
32. Yeah, rest of this. I'll be en route to Mo and home to pick up the other half of this 27.
Alright, dear, I'm going to transfer over to my car over here. My car, take a seat. Alright, dear. And let me turn this light on. Alright, that light doesn't work, so. Alright, dear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read your rights, alright? Because right now you are under arrest before I can talk to you. Okay, having these rights in mind, you're willing to talk to me about why you're under arrest tonight?
You know why I'm under arrest?
So, it's a 6 count of child endangering. I was actually the original officer that responded out here with Children's Services when they were removed from the home. Do you remember me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, do you understand why the children were removed from the home in the first place?
Yes.
I mean, how did it get that bad? How did the mess, the animals, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the worst house that day. That was the worst house I ever walked into. It's a little cleaner now. That's the worst house I ever walked into that had people living in it. How does it get like that?
I was the only one doing anything.
Okay, so you didn't have any help. Okay.
He works too much, so I didn't have any help.
Did you at any point like look around the house and go, this is a problem? These living conditions are not okay?
Yeah, we finally got the basement fixed.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking, I mean, the kids being removed, I know that was a wake-up call. Can we both agree that was kind of a wake-up call? But before that, did you ever look around and go, something here has to change? My children shouldn't live in this kind of filth right now?
Yeah.
Why didn't you change it, dear?
I was trying.
I mean, be honest with me here, and this is just, when the children were removed from the home, do you think that was the right choice?
Yes.
You don't think that the living conditions were suitable? And you just, I mean, would you say you were kind of at a loss of what to do with everything?
Yeah.
You're saying Mike wasn't helping you out?
No, he works too much.
Works too much. I gotcha.
He's still working.
Right. Is that your mom or is that his mom?
That's his mom.
That's his mom? Does she help out at all with the kids or anything?
She watches the kids every now and then,
Mm-hmm.
but she's up in her 60s.
I gotcha. Alright, dear. Well, yeah, so I mean, that's why you're being arrested. The state of that home that the children were in, it rises to the level of criminality. I mean, the kids shouldn't have to suffer. Alright? There's going to be a prisoner wagon that's going to come. They're going to take you to the county. They'll book you in. You'll be arraigned tomorrow. That's where they're set bail and everything like that.
I'm supposed to see the kids tomorrow.
This is all stuff that they can work with you and everything like that. That's what CSB is there for. Alright, dear.
Ohio Revised Code Section 2919.22 does not require proof of actual harm. The prosecution must prove only that the parent or custodian created a substantial risk to the health or safety of the child by violating a duty of care, protection, or support. Risk alone is sufficient to sustain a conviction. 6 individual counts were charged, 1 per child. Under Ohio law, each child constitutes a separate victim and a separate criminal exposure. First-degree misdemeanor counts carry up to 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine per count and may run consecutively. Peyton v. New York, 445 U.S. 5731980. A valid arrest warrant authorizes entry into a suspect's home if officers have reason to believe the suspect is present. Here, the subject answered the door voluntarily. The arrest at the threshold was constitutionally sound under Peyton. Schneckloth v. Bustamante, 412 U.S. 2181973. A consent search requires neither a warrant nor probable cause. However, consent obtained from a subject already in handcuffs is subject to challenge on voluntariness grounds. Courts apply a totality of circumstances analysis to determine whether consent was freely given. Miranda v. Arizona, 384 U.S. 436-1966. Prior to any custodial interrogation, officers must advise 4 specific rights. 1. The right to remain silent. 2. that any statement may be used in court. 3. The right to an attorney. 4. The right to appointed counsel if the suspect cannot afford one. All 4 are mandatory. In this footage, the officer stated only that the subject was under arrest and asked if she was willing to talk. None of the 4 Miranda warnings were recited under Missouri v. Seibert 542 U.S. 6002004 Miranda protections cannot be satisfied by implication or abbreviated procedure. The full advisement is constitutionally required. Morin v. Burbine, 475 U.S. 4121986. A valid Miranda waiver must be made knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. Where the required warnings were never recited, no informed waiver is legally possible. Any waiver obtained without prior full advisement is constitutionally defective. Wong Sun v. United States, 371 U.S. 4711963 established the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. Statements obtained following a deficient Miranda advisement are suppressible. The admissions made by the subject in the patrol vehicle directly address the mens rea element of Section 2919.22 and are therefore legally significant as a suppression target. The civil dependency proceeding in juvenile court and the criminal prosecution are legally parallel but independent. The civil case applies a preponderance of evidence standard under Ohio Revised Code, Chapter 2151. A criminal acquittal does not require reunification, and a conviction is not a prerequisite for continued removal of children. Lesson 1. Miranda must be recited verbatim before any custodial questioning. Abbreviated or implied advisements do not satisfy constitutional requirements and expose the prosecution to suppression motions that can eliminate key inculpatory evidence. Lesson 2. Consent to search obtained from an arrested subject carries elevated legal risk. Officers seeking to enter a residence after a threshold arrest should obtain a separate search warrant rather than relying on consent from a person already in custody to eliminate voluntariness challenges at trial.